Hello and welcome to our news program broadcast daily from Hanoi. Here comes the headlines for today.
Party Central Committee reaches agreement on many important policies during its 6th plenum. Doctors say liver donor and recipient get better in first adult liver transplant from a living donor. Vietnam National Coal and Mineral Industries Group sets a target of exporting 5.5 million tonnes of coal in the fourth quarter of this year.
The 6th plenum of the Party Central Committee wrapped up in Hanoi on October 15th. The committee had reached a high unanimity on many important policies in social, economics, education, training, science and technology, and party building. On closing day, on behalf of the Party Politburo, General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng summarized what had been achieved from the fruitful discussion. The committee decided to re-establish its Economic Commission. This plenum served for the first time a question and answer section in a democratic, straightforward and constructive atmosphere. Touching on the socio-economic picture, Trọng said it was important to continue strengthening efforts to improve the economic health of the macroeconomy, particularly the finance and banking sector, scale up thrift practice, and fight corruption and waste in investment and public spending. When it came to restructuring state-owned enterprises, he said it was a task that should be taken with great determination, with state-owned enterprises playing pioneering roles in renovation, applying science and technology, and consistently pursuing the socialist-oriented economy. Trọng said the educational system must be reformed thoroughly at all levels. The reform started in the change of the mindset and training goals and the system's way of organizing and management, plus building human resources and infrastructure. The committee consistently stressed that developing science and technology was the nation's top priority. Science and technology was the main drive of industrialization and modernization. This was the first time the committee discussed and issued a resolution on personnel training, which determined the key posts of the party and the state. The approach was to facilitate dynamic and open personnel planning, which would remove unqualified officers from the list and replace them with promising ones. Regarding the criticism and self-criticism report of the Politburo, the committee spent one-third of the meeting listening and discussing it. The Politburo and Secretariat seriously self-criticized and admitted their responsibilities before the committee for the shortcomings and weaknesses in party building and degradation and negative phenomena among party officials and members, as stated in the resolution on party building. The Politburo had made some big mistakes, especially the failure to prevent and fight corruption on the part of the state officials. A number of high-ranking officials, both retired and incumbent, has failed to set examples with their lifestyles and acts, which has caused negative impacts on the patriots of the party, state, and themselves. The committee said it was important the entire party uphold their responsibilities towards the state and the people, strengthen solidarity and unity, and maintain the trust of the people to overcome difficulties and make use of important results of implementing Resolution 4 on party building in order to produce remarkable improvement. Foreign Minister Phan Bình Minh met former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair in Hanoi on October 15th. Blair was on his visit to Vietnam from October 14th to 15th. Minh said Vietnam wishes to boost cooperation with the UK in economics, trade, investment, education and training, and dealing with climate change. Blair said he will continue supporting the UK in strengthening relations with Vietnam and carry out bilateral agreements in priority fields, especially promoting the exchange of high-ranking delegations on the occasion of the 40th anniversary of the two countries' diplomatic ties by 2013. He also vowed to assist Vietnam during its development and economic reforms. The two sides discussed regional and international issues of mutual concern, including the situation in the Middle East, Northern Africa, Asia Pacific, ASEAN, the East Sea, and the global economic prospects. The same day, Blair met with students of the Diplomatic Academy of Vietnam and representatives of domestic press agencies. During the meeting with the press, he suggested measures for the Vietnamese economy to see sustainable growth. He urged the Vietnamese businesses to sharpen their competitive edge, especially prices and quality of commodities, now that Vietnam is a member of the World Trade Organization. He suggested that Vietnam work out sustainable policies to improve infrastructure, thus creating a healthy competition environment for small and medium-sized enterprises. Doctors have said both donor and recipient in the first adult liver transplant at the Rai Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City are in good conditions 3 days after the 14th-hour operation. The surgery was performed with the assistance of doctors from the Republic of Korea's Asan Hospital. The liver recipient was a 52-year-old woman from the Central Highlands province of Đắk Nông, and the donor was her 22-year-old son. At present, the son has been able to eat soup and drink milk, and his blood, liver function, and immunity indexes are within the expected range, while his mother has been allowed to get up and move around. Since the first case was conducted at the Military Academy of Medicine in 2004, Vietnamese doctors have performed 24 liver transplants, including 16 on children and 8 on adults. The Vietnam National Coal and Mineral Industry Group has set itself a target of exporting 5.5 million tons of coal in the fourth quarter of this year. If successful, this will result in a total annual sales figure of 39 million tons.
Despite the current global economic uncertainty, the group produced over 33 million tons of coal during the first 9 months of this year, equivalent to 68% of the yearly target. So far this year, the group has exported 9.5 million tons of coal, recording a revenue of 60.4 trillion Vietnam dong for the first 3 quarters of this year. The group is trying to achieve domestic sales of over 6 million tonnes and exports of 5.5 million tonnes in the fourth quarter of this year. This is the minimum amount that the group is aiming for, as this will stabilise production and create more jobs. At present, the group is researching estimates of consumer demand for its coal products in both domestic and overseas markets in the fourth quarter of this year.
Vietnam expects to earn $4.5 billion from the export of wood and wooden products this year.
The export turnover of wood and wooden products reached almost $3.4 million during the first 9 months of this year. The US, Japan, the Republic of Korea and the UK are now the main importers of Vietnamese wood and wooden products. Apart from exporting traditional products such as rough timber, floorboards and milled timber, Vietnam also ships quality wooden fittings for the building trade and fine art products made from wood. At present, there are almost 6,500 enterprises nationwide that manufacture wooden products, including many that process forestry byproducts. The sector's average annual revenue is 114 trillion Vietnam dong.
Over 2.1 million tourists visited Da Nang in the first 9 months of this year, an annual increase of 10%. The Central City is blessed with My Khê, one of the 6 most beautiful beaches in the world.
The total revenue generated by the city's tourism sector during this period reached over 1.2 trillion Vietnam dong, up 18% over last year. Da Nang is now one of the country's leading tourist destinations due to several new tourism sites recently opening in the locale. The city also regularly hosts a wide range of cultural and tourist activities such as beauty pageants and festivals. Additionally, the municipal authority has introduced policies that encourage more investment in tourism, especially maritime tourism. Da Nang has roughly 60 popular tourist spots and welcomes approximately 2.3 million tourists every year.
You've been with VNA today. Thanks for watching and stay with us.